Welcome students to the second part of Business Startup 2 provided by Logos College. This second video will be on Units 5, Confirming Arrangement. So please open your book to Units 5, page 33. We will be on Part D. From Part D, we will go back to the two emails from page 32. There will be two emails right here, one from Selvi to Rita, and one from the hotel manager to Selvi. From these two emails right here, you will find the answer to these questions. Pause the video, try to see if you can answer these questions, and then once you finish answering the question, please continue playing the video. The instruction is, as you read the email, find the expression or the saying from each of these questions for both emails. So pause the video, answer the questions, and once you're done, continue playing the video. For question number 1, two expressions to explain where information is in the email. And the emails from part 1, from this email and this email right here, you will find two expression or two saying that lets the reader know that something is included in the email. The first email, the answer has been given to you. Now let's find the answer to email number 2. For the email number 2, where does it let you know in the email that you are going to include something in the email? If you can't find it, I will help you find it. If you were able to find it, good job on this. The answer for this will be right here. Please find below details of the booking. So two expressions to explain where information is in the email. Please find attached and please find below. Before we continue with question number 2 and question number 3, I want to explain a little bit of pronunciation for you guys. Whenever we say this word, whenever we pronounce it for speaking wise, we just say explain, explain. When we speak it fast enough, we just say explain. For the E and the X, we just make it into an S sound with the letter S. Explain, explain. Just like this one, expression, expression. We say fast, expression, but if you can't say expression, you can say it with the S. Just pronounce the letter S, expression. So this is how we do the pronunciation for the E and the X. Okay, continue with question number 2. Two expressions to confirm an earlier discussion. So for email number 1, what expression or what saying lets the reader know that you are going to confirm something that you talked about earlier? For number 2, if you can't find it, it's okay. I know it's a little bit hard to read some of these, but the answer to the question is here, as discussed. So this is the answer to question number 2. As discussed, we are letting them know that from what we talked about, because as discussed means as we were discussing or as we talked. So for the first one, it will be as, right? And discussed, discussed. This is pronounced with the ending as discussed. Oop, Did I misspell it? Yes, one S. So, how about for the second email? What is letting the reader know that this is to confirm that we talked about earlier, or to let the reader know that we were talking earlier? The answer to the question is right here. Following our telephone conversation. This just means after our telephone conversation this morning. So for the first part, it's as discussed, and for the second part will be following our telephone conversation. Oh. So both of these expressions lets them know that we talk. You'll tell them that we talked earlier in the morning, as discussed earlier this morning, as discussed on the phone. Another expression is following our phone conversation. So this just lets the reader know that we talked earlier. How about for question number 3? One whole sentence to offer more information or help. For the first email, what did you guys get for the answer? Were you able to find it? So let's look at the question again if you can. One whole sentence to offer more information or help. Does it have it in here? Or is it in this email? It's only in one of this email, and where is the sentence? If you say it's in the first email, you are wrong. There's no sentence to let them know that more information or help is offered. It will be in this email right here. So the sentence will be here. And if you're able to point out this sentence that we talked about earlier in the first video, it's very good. This sentence, if you need any further details, please do not hesitate to contact me. It just lets them know that if you're willing to offer them more help or more information if they need. Now let's continue with the next part. For this part right here, you will be looking at some sentences. You are going to read the sentence and you are going to tell me if it's A, some sort of arrangement, or T, some sort of timetable. So remember, the difference between an arrangement and a timetable is like a timetable is a set schedule that does not change. An arrangement is you agreeing upon a time to meet. So for the first question, we're checking in at around 2300 hours. This is an arrangement because you are letting them know what you are doing. So you're agreeing to do something. So that's why it becomes with an arrangement. You are agreeing to do something. We are agreeing to check in at 12:30. At 2300 hours. How about number 2? Our flight gets into San Francisco at 11 o'clock. Which one do you think this one is? Is it an agreement? We agree to do something. I agree to do this at this time to do this. Or is it a timetable? Remember, timetable does not change. It is set. There's the only difference between these two. Arrangement can change. timetables cannot. So for question number 2, what do you guys think the answer is? Is it a T for times table, or is it an A for arrangements? The answer should be, hopefully everybody has this should be a T. You asked me, why is it a T? Our flights, that means we are flying and it lands in San Francisco at 11 o'clock. That means if you get on the plane and you fly, it still gets here at 11 o'clock. If you don't get on the plane still comes at 11 o'clock. See, it does not change the time. That's why this is a timetable. With you or without you, the flight will still land at 11 o'clock. For the first question, we're checking in at 2300 hours. See, this is arrangement. Without you, we cannot check in. Without you, we don't check in. This one, without you, it still gets there at 11 o'clock. How about question number 3? My colleague is coming with me to the conference. Is it an arrangement or is it a times table? For this part, if you answer A for arrangement, that is correct. So, because you agree, you and your colleague or your working agreed, we are going to do this together. So this is an agreement. So that's why it's an arrangement. If you did not agree with them, then it is not an arrangement. But since you guys agreed to do something, this is an arrangement. How about question number 4? Is it arrangement or a times table? Remember, the times table, without you, it still happens. Arrangement, without you, it cannot happen, okay? For question number 4, I'm making a presentation at the conference. If you say A, you are correct because it is an arrangement. Without you, you cannot make a presentation. So this is an arrangement. If you don't come, you don't do the presentation at the conference. So this is an arrangement. How about question number 5? The conference starts on October 26th. What do you think this one is? Is it an arrangement or is it a times table? Can the conference start without you, or does the conference need you before it can start? The answer should be a T for a times table. The conference does not need you to start. Without you, the conference or the meeting will start. With you, it still starts on October. Without you, it still starts on October. So this is a times table. Times table does not change. For this part right here, I will include a recording for you guys. For the recording, you will listen to the recording and answer if it's question number 1, question number 2, or question number 3. You will listen to Naomi and Tom making an arrangement. You will complete the information. The date of the meeting, you will write it in the date of the meeting. The time of the meeting, you'll write the time of the meeting. And what document they are going to email. So you answer all these 3 questions by yourself. For this part, I will not be going over this with you. This will be part of your homework. And for this will be, I included this, but this will be part of your homework or assignment that I will be giving you. So for your assignment, there should be 3 parts. One part, writing a sentence. Second part, writing an email. And the third part will be a listening. So with this, the lesson should be almost over. We'll be almost finished with the lessons. If you have any questions, please let me know. Just email it to me. These are some of the useful language that I would like to go and cover with you. Some of these sentences or language is used a lot with the business environment. Some of these you should pay attention to how these are used because it will change only about a little bit at the end. The first sentence, I confirmed the details of my flight. This is letting you know that we talked about it and I'm doing this. So I'm confirming with you, and it just means that we talk about this and I want to tell you that we talk about this again. So that's what the word confirming. If I call you on the phone and I talk to you and I email you, I'm confirming that we talked this morning. So it's just saying that I am just letting you know and that we talked about it this morning. For for the next sentence, my flight arrives at 11 o'clock p.m. You always tell them what time. My flights arrive, or I'm getting to the place at this time. Or if you do fly, it'll be a good idea for you to give them your flight number. My flights arrive at 11 o'clock and it's flight number 1234. So if you are flying, you always want to confirm and let them know that when are you going to get into town. For the next part, I'm coming to the conference with Michael Morgan. If you are going to a meeting or doing something, please let the other person know that who are you coming with, because maybe they make arrangements and they want to make enough arrangements for all the people that comes with you. Um, if you don't tell them, maybe they might just prepare enough materials for one person and you bring 3 people, so that means they have to go and run around and making more copies or trying to make further arrangement that is going to complicate a business environment more than it needs to be. You just tell the person, I'm coming to the meeting, I'm coming to visit your company, and I will be bringing 3 people. So you let them know exactly how many people are coming with you, and to let them know what arrangement for any extra people they should prepare. And for these parts, whenever you are going to attach something to an email, it's always useful to let them know that I am going to include something. I've attached, please find attached. So when they see this, they know that they're expecting another file. Because if you don't write this down, they don't know if you include something in there. But when you find please find attached, and they look for it, and then you forget to attach something, they can always email you back. I wasn't able to find the attachment. Can you please resend the attachment? So that way it's business ethic for you to let them know that you are going to include something. And this is another useful language. As discussed, I'm arriving on Monday. You are just telling that we talked about it, and this is what we talked about. As discussed, I'm arriving on Monday. Following our telephone conversation, I'm arriving on Monday. So you just tell them that we talked about it, and this is what we talked about. These two are the same meaning. As discussed, I'm arriving on Monday. Following our conversation, I attached the design. For the next one, I look forward to seeing you next week. You just tell them that you are expecting to meet them in the future, sometimes next week. It will be at the time that you schedule. So if you are going to meet a business associate, you always it's a good practice to say, I look forward to seeing you next week. I look forward to seeing you on the date and time frame that you arranged. And whenever you email somebody, it's always a good practice to include this in there. Please don't hesitate to contact me if there's a problem. This is a good business habit to let them know that if they have any questions or they don't understand anything, for them to contact you and then you give them some information. Because in a business environment, you and the other person will be communicating a lot. So you want to get to know each other and be comfortable with each other. And this is the best way to get to know each other. If they have any questions or they are confused about something, you are letting them know that if you don't understand it, let me know and I will help you. Because at the same time, you are telling them that if I am confused or I don't understand, I will ask you. So please remember to always try to please try to remember to always include this into your email to work with your customer or with your client. So this will be the end of the videos for units 5.2, confirming arrangement. We'll be mostly working with confirmation by email. You read 2 emails, answered some questions, and you learned 3 good practice of a business environment. These are very good and you should always remember these. Whenever you talk to somebody or you do a meeting, always take note. After your discussion, after you talk to somebody, it's always a good idea to email them, let them know that we talked about this and we agreed to do this. And then for the next part, it's always good to include everybody that works with you on the projects or works with you in the office. If it's a very big, important project or a business proposal, you should always CC your supervisor because it's a big business or a major project. So that way they are aware of all the steps that you have done. And I guess this is the end of the video. So if there is any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me on email. If you are confused about the homework, once again, just let me know and then I will be more than happy to explain some of the question or some of the work to you again. So for the assignment, you will find 2 attached files and a listening and a exercise. So complete these and turn it in as soon as possible. So once again, thank you for joining me in the class and I hope you have a wonderful day.